With the right conditions and a lot of hard work, I believe I can grow more than enough food to feed a lot of the villages worst hit by the famine. My current goal is to provide a variety of foodstuffs, thus giving me a way to provide even when some crops are not in season. My farmland is vast, and without a logical plan of action, there is no way to plant it all out with crops quickly enough to halt the famine itself. Today, I spent many hours working in the greenhouse, cultivating seeds to ready my supplies before heading out into the fields to plough and sow. Now then, welcome back to another episode of A Druid's Tale on the Magic Farm with Nemsun. How are you today? I've been doing a little bit of messing around with the seeds and stuff. I've just come back and just wow, look at this. I've actually sort of like done a finishing touch here. I had so much of the dark oak wood left over from doing stuff that I thought, well, let's see about making this place look tidier. So I capped them all off with half slabs and put crafting stations all the way around it. And it feels like a little warehouse now. It feels like the tops of the warehouse. It feels good for warehousing now. Still got lots of sorting out to do whenever I need. I've got loads of blank spots here, spare spaces for storage. But as and when I need it, I will do it. Upstairs here, in the kitchens, I've actually reduced the size of the area by a few blocks because I wasn't using this section. So I've reduced that so that I can add another thing in this side and build something in there, keep them separate. But one of the solutions I found to an earlier episode was to have this... what's this coming out of here? That is... coming out of there, that is the sugar, so that would be the next one on. Oh yeah, cooking. Yeah, it would cook something. Tea, that's it. It takes the tea, puts the tea in the furnace side of it and cooks the tea for me, right? That gets extracted out into a sorting chest. The same over here, the bread gets made, gets put into the sorting chest. The sorting chest then carries it along through connectors all the way around the back here to put the bread in the place there and put the tea in the barrel down here. I think that's how it works. I think that's how it's working. Yeah, there we go. So now I've got a healthy supply of sandwiches, the 6 foods that I keep into my lunchbox. And that was the sort of the theme of the last episode. This episode, we're kind of moving on from that. Now I've got all the food I need to eat as the druid. I've got 6 items there that will keep me regularly filled without me needing to worry about nutrition levels and all that kind of stuff. There's my 5 a day and a cup of tea, because I'm an Englishman. So there we go. So that's all sorted. I had to upgrade this barrel quite a bit because we were getting far too much charcoal. So this charcoal can be used all around the place next. I'll B-space it and be able to bounce charcoal around to all those little places where we need them. But now, because we've got the basics of food for myself, I thought I'd take stock of what I've got available to grow en masse to stop the famine of the world. Now, obviously, I'm the only one playing on the server, and that would be more than enough food for me on my own. And it is going to be more than enough food for me on my own. But there has to be a reason why there's so much different seed types and crops and all that kind of stuff, all this agricraft stuff and all of that in a mod pack. Now, because it's all here, it's one of the mods in the pack. And I can only see one story reason why I need to get all of this sorted out and secured. And that is what we are going to get done over the next couple of episodes, I think. I've decided that that's going to be where we're at. So I'm going to just throw a load of stuff in there. One of the ways of organising this, because this is a big place. This is a very big place. And I've still got more room down the back there that I can hollow out and go in. But I haven't yet finished filling this first section with one of everything. One of everything. A little seedling of everything. Over in this corner, I've got vanilla foodstuff. So we've got potatoes, carrots, wheat, melon, pumpkin, and, sugar cane. Sugar cane. Everything that can be done vanilla-wise is just fitting nicely into this corner here. Over here, I started doing fruits. But then I'm kind of I get to this point, I was doing it sort of alphabetically. If you look at seeds in here, seed, you start looking through here, you go alphabetically, or by item ID, should I say. There's blackberry, blueberry, cranberry, raspberry, strawberry, cactus fruit, and then we go on to asparagus, barley, oats, wheat, rye, and all that kind of stuff. So I started doing it in that order, as you can see. And getting further down the line, after doing a fair amount of sorting and shifting and that, I realised that I don't know how far down there I'm going to go. And I want to use this row as well. So, I'm coming up with plans. I'm coming up with an idea. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. In fact, that was the wrong thing to do, putting all that in there. Let's take this back down here. I want to work on all the fruits today, I think. I think that's a starting point. Work on all the fruits today in this episode, just to show what it is that I'm trying to achieve. So I'm just dumping all of the non-fruits in there that I've picked up so far. That's it. And I want to break down all of these places here that I've done on this side, including these modded versions of things. The modded stuff, I think, will end up down there. I did originally think the modded stuff next to the vanilla stuff, and then the Pam's Harvest Craft stuff all the way down there in one single row. But there's far too much Pam's Harvest Craft stuff and not enough of other stuff to go down there. Plus the metals and things that we can grow, I think I'll probably put further down there. The modded stuff I'll put at the end, and I'll put the Pam stuff in the middle, I think. So, how am I working this out? Because it's a big headache of a list of things, and there's loads of stuff. So, what you can do is you can do this with with Pam's Harvest Craft. So, you've got a list all. And each one of these has a little tag in the all dictionary names down below. So we've got list all seed for these, yeah, and it's also seed asparagus, yeah, as a dictionary name. This is list all pepper or list all veggie. This is list all veggie, list all green veggie, list all veggie, and then we've got things like onion, list all veggie, list all root veggie, list all veggie. There's lots of things like list all grain here. So corn and grain are two different things, obviously. These are all grains, so I'm figuring I could put them side by side. So let's start with fruit, because we did a lot of fruit with our sandwiches. And there's potential that any spare excess fruits here I could put into making sandwiches. Sandwiches that I can then mix my diet up with and have a few different types of fruit. So, list all fruit in Pam's Harvest Craft shows us all of this. So we've got the blackberry, the blueberry, the raspberry, and the strawberry that we're already using. We've got the cactus fruit, we've got the cantaloupe, which is a fruit, which doesn't necessarily look like a fruit, but it is a fruit. Pineapple's a fruit, grapes are fruit, and kiwis are fruit, and cranberries are fruit. Obviously, you know all this. But these are fruits that don't necessarily grow on trees. These are fruit that grow on bushes, so we can grow them from the ground. Whereas then there's a load of fruit for fruit trees. Now we've also got a lot of fruit tree saplings from the villagers over at that place over there. Or over there. So I'm thinking that that is a good place to start. Start with getting all my fruit in the right places, then maybe do all of the veggies and stuff as the next best thing. Let's take all of this out of here and dump it in here. Everything that I'm not using right now, I'm putting in here. All of this geisha green should actually be good to go over at the Chocobo Island, but still, I wanted at least one set of them in here just to store them. I also want to do something with cotton and cotton seeds. That's why I've got so much of that over here at the minute. This is not a fruit. So that's another reason for getting all of this stuff sorted out now, just so I've got everything in place. My nursery was like the first thing that I made when I came into this world, and it's meant to be an important part of getting the whole place sorted out. So I want to focus on it a little bit before we move on to another section of the story, another area where I want to make some massive crazy farms, and I want to use all kinds of magic to make those farms function and operate and all that kind of stuff. But for right now, we need to work on just getting some of the basics sorted out. and it takes a little bit of time, as you presumably will appreciate. It takes a little bit of time to go through all this sort of stuff, and I want to show you what I'm doing before I just get on and get it all done. It's one of those, you should see how it happened rather than just seeing the end result. So let's just finish taking all of this stuff out of here and clear this section down so that I've got all of the space in the world for this stuff. That was rice, I think, yeah. So this first section running down here, I'm going to do fruit. And only the fruits, obviously, that don't grow on trees. The fruits that grow on trees we'll do something different with. I also have got to figure out what I'm going to do with connecting this all up to a sorting system. So I could pump excess out and things like that. Because having them stored here is good for me visually seeing what's what. But I think I might suck all of the actual contents out and send them to the warehouse in the kitchen warehouse of food. So there'll only actually be one in here. But it will, I'll harvest the crops in here, put them in the barrel, and they will just go straight over there. No automation in here. This is just like excess stock. So, for instance, here, I would have the picture there, and there would be nothing in the barrel. Everything would get sent off. That's the kind of thing that I'm after. My cantaloupes over here. All right. So let's begin from the end of fruit. Let's try and do this backwards. This is funny. Okay, so star fruit, pomegranate, plum, persimmon, pear, peach, papaya, orange, mango, lime, lemon, grapefruit, fig, dragon fruit, date, cherry, and banana are all definitely on trees. Apricot, that grows on trees as well. So the last one we're looking at here in this order is cranberry. Do I already have a cranberry? That's the problem now. Let's just take these seeds. There we go. Let's just take these and all of this as well. I've got to decide on the way to store things as well, because some of these seeds take two forms when they harvest. The raspberry from Natura and the raspberry from Pam's Harvest Craft both come from raspberry seeds, which is kind of awkward, isn't it? Kind of awkward, but still. So we've got cranberry. Did I have any cranberry? No, I don't have cranberry yet. So what I do then is I can come over here to the seed market and find a cranberry. We got sort of a number order. There we go. Sort of alphabetical order in here. We'll get 2 cranberry seeds, buy those. And, yeah, there we go. That's a start for the cranberry. Now, what this is intended to do, if you didn't see the pre-season and all the early stuff, is those 2 will grow, and then I'll come along and I'll put a thing here to grow the next level of seed up. Okay? And so then I can improve these seeds. And what I do is I go down the middle and break them all, then scan all those seeds, and then come and replace the parent seeds with a better seed. Like, for instance, here's my rye seeds are currently growing up. Growth 3 gained 6, strength 5, and growth 4 gained 7, strength 5. So as that one's matured and that one's nearly matured, that must be the latest one I've added. As soon as that one's mature and I come down here, then I'll add my 2 sticks in and they will start crossbreeding to make an even better seed, and then I'll replace one of the parents, and so on. Because I've got so many to do, I've got to kind of keep it in a system so it's organized in my routine, so I can easily routine it and sort it all out. But anyway, this is cranberry seeds. We've got those. So then we've got kiwi, and I don't think kiwi is a seed that I can just get to plant. So let's have a quick check. I'm pretty sure kiwi grows higher up, but I don't know. Let's check it. There's also all these seeds and saplings and stuff that you can get from here. We'll probably find it in here, if anywhere. Let's see. Mango, lemon, lime, grapefruit. The awkward thing about this device is going through so you can pick them out one by one like this. But I can buy all the saplings as well to make sure we get the orchard going. And I wanted to get the orchard sorted out as well while I'm at it, just so I know that I've got everything. Like, everything. I don't need to have everything en masse straight away, but I just wanted to know that I've got everything. There's quite a lot of choices in here. Walnuts. Yeah, there's all the nuts and things that you can get as well as all of the fruits. Avocado. Does that not count as a fruit? It's not in there, is it? Maybe it doesn't count as fruit. I wonder what avocado comes down to. Avocado is avo. Okay. Avocado. Avocado is not allocated as a fruit. But it grows on trees and it's soft like a fruit, so I expect that to be a fruit as well. So little things like that where it's missing from the mod itself, I need to work out as well. Oh well, I will do it. Let's just go back to list all fruit and get ourselves at least close to. So kiwi is a thing, but I haven't had a kiwi seed yet. So there we go, kiwi seed. So 1, 2. So it's not a sapling, so therefore it's a bush seed. So we'll have kiwi down here. And I need to go through thoroughly with these things to make sure that I've got them all, so I don't put myself out in the end of the day. So I've got things growing where it's supposed to grow. Kiwi. Then we got grape. Did I already have grape seeds? Strawberry, Canterbury. No, I don't have grape, so we've got to buy grape as well. I've got to do lots of this running backwards and forwards to get the things that we need. Eggplant, grapeseed. There we go. Fortunately, the villagers came first, which means that I've been able to use all the emeralds I've been making from all the villagers, which is kind of why I did the villagers before I'm doing this stage. Even though I started this a long time ago, I realised that getting all the seeds was going to be a lot easier through the market. And through the market means that I needed villagers to get lots of emeralds for me, or I needed to do a hell of a lot of mining. And a hell of a lot of mining was not going to happen. So then we got pineapple. Pineapple is another one I think I need to buy, because we haven't used pineapple yet, have we? That's going to be further along though, isn't it? If they're in alphabetical order. Rhubarb, seaweed, tomato, winter squash, zucchini, bamboo, spinach. Oh, come on. Are they all out of order? This is out of order. Okay, well, I'm going to just carry on doing this and try and get all of these sorted out and try and grow them up just a little bit. And I've already got the first few, so I should be able to quickly get them done once I find them all. So I'll be back in just a bit with it finished up and grown up a little bit. Alright, so I've got my first few batches of plants grown and ready and sorted. Did my weed whacking. You have to keep an eye on the weeds, so I've just been going up and down here making sure that these middle plants are actually growing instead of not growing and turning into weeds, because weeds will spread. One of the reasons I remember that I put this extra slab in the middle between here was not just for walking over, was to stop the spread of weeds. If weeds did come in, they didn't infect the whole crop. They could only move to an adjacent area, so they're confined to a certain place. So now what I've got to do is take all of these back up and go and get them checked out to see if there's anything of an improvement that I can improve the current seeds that I've got. And another thing I've done here is with the wooden planks here, because I already did the spice leaf to 10, 10, 10. Now I've put the wooden planks in between so that I don't go round trying to grow them again and set them up again. So I've been doing that. Don't really have a lot more space here, do I? Let's just pop these away. The lettuce also can go away, which is this side. It's going to take me ages to realise where everything is in this place. Broccoli, there we go. There we go. All right, and then some fruits. Do the fruits again in a minute. I wanted to work on the fruits solely today, but still, we will work through them carefully. We'll just get through each of the spinach ones. There we go. We've got that one. Yeah. They're all improving ever so slightly as you go through this process. It's not the quickest method of getting 10, 10, 10s, but I am doing all of the seed types all at once in a way. So it's good to do it this way only when I'm doing all of them. When I'm doing an individual one, like I need a particular food type, then I will do it to 10, 10, 10 properly. But every now and again, I'll come down here and I'll just do all of these independently like this, just to get them all up a level. And eventually they'll all be 10, 10, 10s, won't they? Eventually. But for now, this is how I'm working through it. And I'm showing you so that I can get on with it and tune in next episode, and there'll be something of an improvement, hopefully. So what we got first? Asparagus. So we'll find me asparagus. Where's me asparagus? There's asparagus. There we go. And we'll pop these out the way so that I can put the spare ones in. So this new asparagus is a 442. So we'll take a 342 or a 232. So the 232 is obviously the lowest one. So we'll pop that down there. Asparagus can go into there. And the 442 asparagus can go into there. There we go. And I put the old one there ready to dispose of it. Next up, we've got the cucumber. So the cucumber one, we'll try and find that next. There's the cucumber. So I'll put one of these out the way. Cucumber is a 223, so that beats the 111 for that particular one there. So we'll get rid of that one. And the 111 can go there. The 232 can go there. Now they can start growing up. Now one's already mature, so I've only got to mature the other side each time. So it takes a little bit less time than both of them maturing. Or maybe it takes exactly the same amount of time. I'm not really sure. What's next? Zucchini. Yeah, zucchini. There's a zucchini seed, which was a 122. So we've only got 111s on these. So we'll just take the 122 there. Put the 122 on. There we go. And then this 111 can get destroyed. And that can go in there. So I'm just doing that all the way down, slowly but surely, increasing them all. And then when I come over here to get the seeds, I've got these old seeds in here. These are the seeds that I'm replacing out. And what I can do with seeds is make the stock from excess carrots and stuff. And take a few seeds, like these 3 cucumber seeds. Combine them 2 together. And we should end up making a seed soup with a pan. It's actually with a pan, isn't it? Uses, yeah, with a pan. So seed soup is one of these somewhere soon. There it is. So the pot, the seeds and the stock go together like that. So there's a thing I can do to make the seed soup, but also I can put the seeds into this garden compost bin, and they will compost down to make compost, which for the garden core, which we'll go into at some point as well, just makes that a more fertile area. I think we can combine this. We can combine this to make gardening things. Oh, the swamp sapling, cool. But we can make garden soil. Now, I don't know if garden soil is any better for agricraft yet or not, but we'll find that one out. And also we can make some special garden trees from them, which would be interesting. Devil's ivy, very cool. Vines and compost. So I've got all that kind of stuff to do, and slowly but surely working through all of these different areas here, just to build up a supply of whatever I can, just to try and keep everything in the best shape possible for when I start doing my farmer's fields. Because when I start doing the fields of these different things, then I want to have a large area designated to them. And maybe that garden soil will be useful in that. We'll test that out in a future episode. But I've got all of my green veggies. I did list green veggies, and then I list all veggies and pick out the ones that I've already done and start working on the next batch, working down here. The fruits, they're also now ripened, so these are all ready to harvest down the middle here and do the same thing of trying to get the best fruits. And once I've got 10, 10, 10 for one of these seeds, I can go out into the fields and plant them. I'm thinking the fruits and the fruit trees should all go together. That would be pretty cool. So I'd have an orchard, and I'm thinking about putting the orchard out up here on the way to the Britannia Manor area. Have this area my orchard. So with orchard of fruit and trees, and I'm also thinking of doing bees in that same area. So should have fruit, trees, fruit and bees in there. So while I'm doing all of the green veggies and all the other Pam's Harvest Craft stuff, just to make sure I've got all the seeds down here, I may as well finish off the agricraft completely and have all the agricraft seeds growing in here in my greenhouse. But then I want to focus on getting the fruit and the fruit trees that we've been getting from the villagers, and also then start on the bees. So that's where we're going with that. Also, there's a few trees that we can work on as well. So I'll be having an orchard and trees and bees and all that kind of stuff coming soon in future episodes. Oh, there's a king slime behind me somewhere. Well, king slime, you'll just have to wait. So there's a little bit of automation to be done in this as well. So I'll try and mix it all up so that we get a bit of automation, a bit of magic, a bit of bees, a bit of crops, and a bit of kitchen work, and all that kind of stuff that we're working on at the minute. And I will see you in the next episode of A Druid's Tale. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.